Hello, welcome to the CricCut Podcast. My name is Sai, also known as SS Gollapudi Music, and I'm here with Pranavesh, who is known as Eye Catching Productions. Make sure to subscribe because our links will be in the description down below. In this episode of our podcast, similar to our last podcast, we'll talk about India's upcoming series, India's for Sri Lanka, and we'll predict the T20I playing 11 based on the squad that was posted on BCCI. So without further ado, let's begin. So my two openers will be Shikhar Dhawan, obviously the captain, and Ruturaj Gaikwad, because before I put Shaw for ODI, but I feel like having more youngsters in the T20 makes sense because half these youngsters are from IPL. So having them to change from T20 to ODI format is a bit much. I think Ruturaj Gaikwad will be best close in the T20s, as Shikhar Dhawan will hopefully continue his form from the ODIs to the T20s. And number three, Surya Kumar Yadav. I think he should stay there for both ODI and T20. He's already played a T20 against England. He should start getting introduced to ODIs, and obviously he's already good in T20. And at 4, I put Ishan Kishan. I removed Manish Pandey from my team because in IPL, he wasn't that good. In IPL, he was a low strike rate, 120 strike rate. But Ishan Kishan, I feel like, obviously, again, a left-hander, better performer, I feel like, for India than Manish Pandey. So that's why he's there instead. But he's not my keeper. Sanju Samson will still be my keeper as he's number 5. And Hardik Pandya is 6. Krunal Pandya is 7. Rahul Chahar is 8. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who is the vice captain, is 9. Deepak Chahar 10. And Chetan Sakarya 11. I had some trouble with this playing 11 because I wanted Varun Chakravarti to play, but I didn't know where to put him. So maybe instead of Krunal Pandya, if India want to go with the 6th option spinner, then they can go for Varun Chakravarti. But other than that, that's my playing 11.
Okay, so my playing 11 for the T20 is I'm going to open with Gaikwad and Shikhar Dhawan. And then number 3 is could be a controversial a pick, but I'm going to say Devdutt Padikkal at number 3. Number 4 is Nitish Rana. Number 5, Surya Kumar Yadav. Number 6 is going to be Ishan Kishan, my wicketkeeper. Number 7, I'm going to go with Hardik Pandya. Number 8 is Bhuvi. Number 9 is Deepak Chahar. Number 10, I'm going to go with Varun Chakravarti. And number 11 is Rahul Chahar. I think if this playing 11 would be perfect if we're batting first, because we have batting depth until number 9. Deepak Chahar can also bat. I haven't seen Rahul Chahar and Varun Chakravarti bat that much, but I think with this, we can do pretty good against Sri Lanka. One thing that I was hesitating was having Hardik Pandya in the 11. But again, we need a good all-rounder because we already have 3 pacers, with including Hardik Pandya. And obviously you said that it's a spinning track. So I wanted to play spinners, but I wasn't too sure that Krunal Pandya would do justice to what Hardik Pandya could do. And then I only have 4 bowlers, and then Hardik Pandya is my all-rounder who's going to bowl all 4 overs.
So you're expecting Hardik to bowl 4 overs as well?
Yes.
Okay. That is the only reason I kept Krunal Pandya in my team and an extra person as well to bowl, just because we don't know if Hardik Pandya will bowl or not. But other than that, you're expecting Hardik to bowl?
Hardik Pandya said he's going to bowl. He's getting ready to bowl like all Iskota of overs, like 4 overs. If he get in T20, he wants to bowl 4 overs. In ODI, he wants to bowl his 10 overs. He wants to bowl too long, especially the World Cup is coming up. So he wants to be ready for that too. My X Factor players I'm expecting to be is Varun Chakravarti, because he's like a mystery spinner. So I'm expecting him to do good. And then Nitish Rana, I'm waiting to see how he does at number 4 or number 3. Depends on what Shikhar Dhawan wants.
For me, I feel like Deepak Chahar could be an X factor for India in the power play, along with Bhuvi. But Deepak and Bhuvi, obviously, are one of the best swing bowlers for India. I feel like if they start swinging the ball, then I feel like they can break for opening pair, maybe even the middle order as well. Because obviously in IPL, Deepak Chahar got lots of 4 furs. Unfortunately, never got a 5 fur yet. But he's been doing good. So I think if Bhuvi can also get back into form, along with Rahul Chahar, who's been doing good for Mumbai, the bowlers will be a sight to see. And this is also very important for Shikhar Dhawan as well, because it's very clear that Kohli wants to open in the T20 World Cup. So we have to see how Shikhar Dhawan approaches his innings in the series to see if he gets at least get third option or maybe even the second option. We have to see.
I mean, Natu did miss it, but again, he's injured. But if he was in, he would have probably been in the squad. But you know what?
Same with Shreyas Iyer. I feel like
I might have a different option here.
Okay.
You know Ravi Bishnoi, Punjab player.
Yes.
Him. He did pretty good in IPL, so I might pick him for Chetan Sakaria. He has also played under 19, so he has pretty good experience too. So I might want him.
That makes sense.
To come in, and he has played for Punjab since last year, so he has more experience than Chetan Sakaria.
I think Avesh Khan should have been in the squad. He did really well in IPL. I mean, he was picked for the test, I believe, right? He was in the test squad for England, I'm pretty sure.
Khan.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Bowler,
I think he's a net
he
bowler.
He could have been in as a net bowler.
Yeah, but I saw him somewhere there. But I think it would have been a better choice for him to be in the T20 or an ODI squad, because he's obviously been picking up lots of wickets other than Deepak Chahar and all the other wicket takers. I think he's second in the wicket taking spot. I'm not sure. It'll be a screenshot up on screen now of the IPL things. But Avesh Khan is at least in the top 5. So I think he should be in the squad as well.
As I said for the ODI game, I want Yuzi and the Kulcha combo to play in the ODI. Maybe not in the T20, but ODI,
Yeah, I feel like Kulcha, it's their redemption series, because they'll probably play, most likely. It's their redemption series. If they don't do well, they'll have to look at Rahul Chahar and maybe Ravi Bishnoi or any other leg spinner.
The thing is, once we get the complete, the main Indian squad in, and then we mix it up, I doubt Yuzi and Kulcha will get to play together. Because we have, I mean, in the real thing, if it's the proper team, we would have Jadeja playing for sure. So Jadeja would be a spinner, and then we would have Hardik Pandya. So, and then we would have Bhuvi in it for sure, and then Natu for sure. So we wouldn't have
enough space for.
Yes, we don't. We can only play 11 people. We have a lot. We have a lot of good players. It's going to be tough.
India is going through a huge evolution in their team. As you can see, they're trying as many new people as possible. In every series, starting from Australia, they've been adding more and more new people into the teams just to see who can be the next best bowler, other than Jasprit Bumrah and Rohit Sharma for a batter. You need to see new openers, new bowlers, new strikers, everything. I feel like India messed up with their squad. They needed some more middle order batsmen and also some actual wicket keepers. Ishan Kishan and Sanju Samson have yet to be in a wicketkeeper for India yet. So I feel like they should have got Dinesh Karthik.
I haven't seen.
I think he did some domestic. He did some domestic before.
He did for Mumbai India in some games.
Yeah,
I think he did before Quinton de Kock came this year. But other than that, I don't. Ishan Kishan. If you look for wicketkeeper, I would say Dinesh Karthik, as you said. Dinesh Karthik is pretty good.
And he said before, he thinks he can be that finisher spot for India.
Yes.
I mean, this is obviously Team A, right? So they should have had Dinesh Karthik in there, I feel like. We're obviously, as of now, this is recorded one day after the second ODI versus England, Sri Lanka versus England. We saw De Silva got 91. He is doing really well for Sri Lanka as of now. So so Sri Lanka have some power hitters. They just need to control their wickets, because we saw Sam Curran got 5 for against Sri Lanka. If they contain their wickets, they can pose a threat to India.
Yes.
India should win this 3-0 in T20.
3-0, yes. Yeah. I was going to say 3-0.
In T20, India have too much bank strength to lose. And if they lose, then all these youngsters need to improve a bit. Now, I'm not saying they're bad, because it's first game, right? So you can't really judge them. Thank you for watching the CricCut Podcast, where we looked at the India's tour of Sri Lanka, and we predicted our T20 playing 11s based on BCCI's website. And we went over the people who we think should play and who think missed out, who we think shouldn't have played, etc. the series predictions, and all of that stuff. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Okay, peace.